We've talked a lot about some terrible festivals on this channel. We've talked about scam artists, greedy capitalists, anarchic chaos, maddening stupid buffoonness, and the ever-beloved corporate price gouge festival. And while I'm happy to point out and make fun of these events, it's equally important to me to highlight people and events in the metal world that are doing things right, abiding by the true nature of metal and the spirit of the extreme, who do things for the good of everyone involved, from the fans to the bands and everywhere in between. A festival that actually wants their fans to have fun instead of going broke. And I've gotten lots of requests to cover this one, so I think it's time to talk about the wildest, craziest, most extreme, and fan-friendly metal festival in all of Europe, Obscene Extreme Festival in Czech Republic. This one is bonkers. If you like beautiful songs with lyrics you can understand, this is not the place for you. Get that lame shit out of here. This is for the grimiest of the grime, the grindiest of the grind. This is a festival solely for people who eat blast beats for breakfast and believe alcohol is a blood type. If you want to fully immerse yourself in the insanity of extremity and embrace your inner musical maniac by jumping on stage with a grindcore band and stage diving while dressed like a pink unicorn, then you'll want to know about this festival. Headbang the like button, stage dive onto the subscribe button, and windmill the video to your friends. And did you know that for just 99 cents a month you can help support a broke-ass metalhead make stupid videos? If you're a fan of the channel and you'd like to show your support, consider becoming a member. Memberships are only 99 cents a month, and each one really helps me toward my goal of creating a life-size Godzilla to invade Canada. Also, I have several exciting channel updates to tell you about at the end of this video. And now, let me tell you about the grindiest grindcore festival out there, Obscene Extreme. I've got many requests from people to do a video on this festival, and the only reason that I hadn't done one until now is, well, I haven't been there yet. I know, quit looking at me like that. I've known about it for a long time, and recognized it as the festival that has all those videos of stage divers in weird-ass costumes during grindcore bands on YouTube. But after doing some research on the festival, I quickly realized that it's even cooler than that, and is definitely an event that deserves highlighting. Obscene Extreme takes place every July in the Czech Republic in the town of Trutnov. It is the official stomping ground of the grindcore, hardcore, slam, gutter punks, grimy thrashers, and beer seasoned sweaty death metalers. If you can't tell by the name, Obscene Extreme has no interest in being a corporate Instagram fest for brain-dead influencers. This festival prides itself on its DIY spirit. The most extreme music festival in Europe started its humble beginnings in 1999 as a birthday party for owner and founder Kirby, and since then it's continued on every year, getting to celebrate its 25th anniversary in 2024. Obscene's biggest highlight is how it is truly a festival for fans, by fans, owned by fans, performed by fans. The lineup consistently caters to the most extreme of the underground. Many bands keep coming back to play not by obligation from touring contracts, but because they actually love the festival and what it represents. I'm pretty sure most people who attend Obscene every year would be perfectly happy to have Napalm Death and Gudalax play every single year. Because this festival knows exactly what its fans want, and what they want is music that sounds like artillery fire non-stop for 4 days, where the only difference between bands is how many BPMs they can produce. This year's lineup features one of my favorite bands, Napalm Death, along with Immolation, Autopsy, Dying Fetus, Birdflesh, The Crown, Internal Suffering, and so many more of the world's most brutal, eardrum-assaulting bands. With the amount of badass, illegible bands on the poster, you may be surprised to learn that this festival has only one stage, meaning that no bands will overlap, and you actually will get to see every single band that you want to. Imagine that! The stage is this outdoor auditorium with a large open area. Everyone at the festival will be able to see you no matter where you are. You can lay back and chill out on the grass, grab a seat and sip your beer on the benches. But if you're like most people who are attending this festival, you're probably going to want to be doing front flips off the stage onto your friends' heads. If you're one of those boring people who enjoys watching concerts without getting kicked in the face by a sweaty scoundrel who's been sleeping in dirt for 3 days, then do not be at the front of this festival. Fans are encouraged to express themselves here, and they choose to do so by jumping off the stage wearing tutus and cartoon costumes. That is, if they've decided to wear anything at all. This is a festival where it's not only possible, but pretty likely that at some point you're going to see a naked butthole on stage while a band is playing. Grindcore! At Obscene Extreme, people get naked. People get ridiculous, silly, and completely and utterly wasted. This festival proudly caters to the freaks. It's a celebration of the unconventional. On top of the endless slate of savage metal bands, Obscene also features freak shows, like people stapling themselves and smashing their balls with hammers. There's suspension if you're into that kind of thing. I am not, but it's there if you are. There's pain shows, where people voluntarily torture themselves for your viewing pleasure. Wake up covered in mud, soaked in your own piss, have a steady diet of cheap Czech beer for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, watch someone shove an ice pick through their balls, then jump on stage with immolation while you're dressed as a penguin. That is Obscene Extreme Festival. Despite the extremity of everything in this barbaric place, Obscene Extreme is often touted as one of the friendliest festivals out there, believe it or not, which makes total sense. Since the festival specifically caters to a certain type of fan, attendees know that everyone around them will have very similar interests and life philosophies. It's not a festival of strangers, it's a festival of friends who are too drunk to remember if they've actually met or not. At Obscene Extreme, fans look out and take care of each other. There's very few security here, and at the same time, very few assholes. The security that is there are fans of the festival themselves, and know exactly what to expect from the audience. People get wasted and pass out all over the place, but are generally looked after by the other attendees. Bands playing this festival know to expect the stage to be crowded with wild fans during their whole set. This bond between the fans, bands, and the crew is what allows Obscene to get away with some wild shit that other festivals might not allow. Despite the absolute insanity of what you see on the screen here, many attendees praise Obscene for being a very easy and laid-back festival to attend. Making a point to stay its modest size over the years, this isn't a festival where you'll have to wait in a 3-hour line to purchase a $14 bottle of warm water. No hiking for an hour just to get from your tent to the stage. No hidden fees behind every corner. Obscene Extreme has something many festivals don't: integrity. And during their 25 years, they've never stooped down to the level of taking sponsorships just to make some extra money. Which leads me to the sponsor of today's video, Neon Sunrise. That's right, the savior is now sponsored. Neon Sunrise are a hoodie brand specializing in vibrant, eye-popping hoodies guaranteed to make a statement. They sent me this purple electric glow with the flow hoodie, available now. It's very comfortable to wear around my place or when I'm out and about, and it helps me add a little bit of color to my everyday black attire. And the best part is I can now camouflage into my chair like this. Boo. They've got quite the selection of eccentric styles for you to check out, and if you use my promo code wyattsmetal25, you will save 25% off of your purchase, because I have now ascended to the ranks of the metal savior of savings. Head over to neonsunrise.store/wyattsmetal or click on the link in the description of this video for more. As I was saying, something many attendees praise about Obscene Extreme and why it's such a special place for people is its modesty. Your campsite is only a 2 to 5 minute walk away from the stage. You don't have to plan your schedule around band clashes and hordes of people moving at the same time. The local town is pretty much around the corner from the festival. No trudging through mud for an hour just to resupply on toilet paper at this festival. You can go from your tent to town to the stage and back as many times as you like without much effort. A big selling point for this festival is Obscene Extreme is affordable. Camping at the festival is included with your ticket. Food and drinks are very reasonably priced. Tickets for the festival are about €172, which is around $186 for adults. Teenagers from 14 to 19 can get in for a heavily discounted price, and kids 13 and under get in free of charge with an adult. And you may be surprised to find out, I certainly was, that through all of the blast beats and slamming and smashing and piercing and all-around debauchery, Obscene Extreme is a very family-friendly festival. So much so that they even have their own daycare service free of charge. I have never seen this at a festival before, and I gotta say, that's pretty pretty fucking brilliant. Want to go to the Grind Fest, but you can't find a babysitter and don't want to stage dive with your toddler? Just stop by Kindergrinder, where volunteers with the festival will watch over and entertain your future headbangers with games, paintings, and all sorts of activities, while you go get drunk and mosh. Bet you didn't expect a daycare at this Grind Fest, did you? Well, it's there, so fear not, parents. You're welcome to this crazy party as well. I gotta say, I love how the most extreme, grindiest, smelliest festival out there is one of the most accommodating to the little ones. If you'd like to attend Obscene Extreme, don't worry, it is quite easy to navigate to. You won't have to journey deep into the wild of Mirkwood for hours in search of fellow black shirts here. Most people going here will want to fly into Prague. Right at the airport is a bus terminal that will take you to a metro station. From there, you can take the metro directly to Trutnov, where you can then take a very short cab ride or simply walk to the festival. Easy. Obscene Extreme's website has one of the better detailed directions on it that I've seen. In fact, their website is far more useful than most other festivals' websites, so you can easily answer any of your navigation questions there. Obscene Extreme is one of the wildest, insane, and at the same time, most respectable festivals out there. It's a celebration of the strange in all of its grimiest ways, and it has no interest in trying to be anything else. But through all that grime and beer-stained clothing is a true sense of passion and love for the scene and fans of extreme music. You gotta admire how it's stayed true to itself over the years, and has established itself as the home of grind. It's dirty, it's grimy, it smells, you'll probably get some bruises, you'll definitely blow your ears out, and you might get alcohol poisoning, but you will absolutely have an insanely awesome, unforgettable experience that no one at home will be able to relate to when you tell them about it. If you love grind and the nastier side of extreme music, check out Obscene Extreme Festival. You just might become a family member of the grind. For more from me, check out my band Dark Insanity on Instagram, here on the channel, and now on all streaming platforms. Our first singles, Fractured Perception and The Order, can be found now on every platform from Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, Bandcamp. We're everywhere. We have 2 more songs that will be released very, very soon. And we are playing the Tulminator Festival this year in Slovenia, the most beautiful metal festival in the world. We are so very excited. It is our first time playing a festival. It's our first time playing a European festival, and you can help us get there. If you happen to have any spare pennies laying around on your couch, consider donating to help us get to Tulminator. We've started this GoFundMe that you can find linked here on the video. Anything very much helps, and we would really appreciate it. And even more exciting news, I now have official merch available for the channel. Now you can get Why It's Metal and Dark Insanity gear. Everything from shirts, hats, hoodies, beanies, travel bags, stickers, everything. Now you can hide your weed in a bag with my name on it. How cool is that? Go to wyattsmetal.spreadshop.com to see everything available, or you can click on the link in the description of this video. Feel free to add me on Twitch if you'd like to hear me make more jokes while murdering pixels. Links to all of my cool stuff can be found in the description below. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.